Hello, hello, guys, gals, and fellow NB pals. Uh, I am actually late posting today's clouds and rain because I don't know. The last couple of days I've been trying to really like make content, and I don't know. I'll either be like fucking exhausted or like I just won't be motivated at all. And right now I'm actually a little bit jazzed because I was fortunate enough to have a little bit of cloud in me. I have a vape pen that I've been holding on to for special occasions. So today, official cloud and rain. Okay, and I think I'm gonna keep the same topic that I planned on going with. Sorry, I'm trying to I was playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land earlier, which is like God, hands down. God damn, this is a good ass game. It's so good. It's so fucking good, man. Like, I genuinely forgot how good Kirby and the Forgotten Land was. Cause it's just like I don't like it's crazy that it goes from like silly hee haw Kirby game to like I don't know, like lately the last few like Kirby games have gone from like tee hee 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 we're having fun kitty game to like fucking turning up the Eldritch Horror to like fucking 12, man. I love that shit. So I'm just like into to Eldritch Horror and all that shit like to begin with. But like Kirby and the Forgotten Land is just so good, dude. But that'll take too much conversation or not conversation, concentration for what I want to talk about today. And what the title of this episode is going to be called It's Okay to Have Options, Not Be Optional. And this is pretty much I guess like some I don't want to say like relationship advice, but it's kind of relationship advice, right? Because like well, not divorced, but like I like my ex and I were together for like 11 years, and like definitely we had like some off and on periods and things like that. And but like off and on, like I literally grew up alongside that man, and literally like I've talked about like how like when we separated and stuff, like it really took me some time to really figure out who the fuck I was without him. And now that I've pretty much figured all that out, like I see things from a much different perspective now that I'm 30 compared to when like I was much younger, right? Well, not 30. 30. I'll be 32 this year. Good Lord. I can't even be like I'm old because like not gonna lie, I am like the finest. I can't say the finest. I'm in I'm in my mature era. Let's say that. I'm in the era of like maturing, and I have to say I thank God for having good genes because mommy is aging like not even like fine wine, but like what's something more expensive than wine? Like fucking I don't know, bourbon? Like mommy's doing better than wine, right? Like I just like think about like a vast majority of my family who like throughout the years just like God, it's like damn. Like was it the genetics? Cause we're related and I don't know, cuz like I don't know. Maybe I have like pretty privilege, but like I also am someone who like stays out of drama and like doesn't do hard drugs and shit like that and like cares about taking care of myself and stuff and like also had the insurance and stuff like that to make sure I manage my health properly. So like I've had a lot of like blessings in my life that people like not a lot of people can say that they've also had. But like yeah, like I just fucking take care of myself. And that's one of the reasons why I can definitely speak on the dilemma that I'm having right now, which is kind of like it's like having pretty privilege and not wanting it, right? Like this is okay, so that's gonna sound like a little conceited, because like sometimes niggas just be ugly and they can't help that, right? And it's like at the same time, like I can't help that I'm pretty because like I don't know, man. I literally used to call myself the ugly sister because, like, I mean, people would not, like, when I was, like, growing up, oh my God, like, girls would not shut up about my brother. People would not shut up about how pretty my sister was. Like, so I just always assumed that I looked like a foot. So, like, like the older I get, the more people just like say stuff to me, and it's like it's alarming to me. And I also don't know if that's like, because like I'm not gonna lie, I assume that to some extent I am probably on the spectrum, and I think that probably like figures into it too, because like. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, people say things to me, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Is that normal? I guess like, so I'll like assume that that's normal until I hear somebody say, "What the fuck? They said that to you?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's not normal. Oh, I should be concerned. Oh, okay." Like, I can't think of anything specific right now. Curse you, THC. But okay. So like, I'll use this example like recently, like, cause like there's like I told you guys about like this little community church that I like hang out at, because they have like Wi-Fi and coffee and stuff like that. And today I was like hanging out again with the girlies while they were crocheting. And today I actually got involved in the conversation because one of the ladies, I did not even get her name. I'm so sorry. But she was like she ordered a pizza last night and like they didn't cut her pizza. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm so sorry to interrupt your conversation, but did you say they did not cut your fucking pizza? Like I was just so concerned. And it's part of a much larger concern with things that I've been just like concerned about recently. But I just kind of I was like, what the I like, not that I couldn't believe my ears that a fucking pizza place didn't cut a lady's pizza, but like it was just so like, damn dog, you had one job. Like you had one job. But yeah, so I actually involved myself in the conversation, and then one of the other ladies offered me a peppermint, and I was so excited. Like, I cannot tell you, like, damn, this is supposed to be about dating advice, and I'm just telling y'all about my day because it just, like, it honestly, it makes me so excited when old ladies are like, baby, would you like a candy? Because I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Like, old ladies calling you baby and sugar and sweetie is like, that's like superpowers, man. You got superpowers now. Cause a fucking little old lady told you, like, called you baby or honey. Like that shit is like, like that fucking gets me. That, and like, okay, so I know I'm a middle-aged woman, but again, I like sometimes have the processing power of a toddler. And like I love it when older women are like, thank you, sweetie, thank you, honey, like, thank you, baby. Like, I don't know if that's my inner pansexual, but like, oh my gosh. Like, okay, so I can give this example. I used to work with this girl named Ebony, and like, oh my gosh, like Ebony, like she was just herself. That's the only way I can describe her. She was just herself. And oh my God, I love that shit. She, like, I was so excited every time she was there. And I'm like, because she would always be like she had this real like thick, like west side of Cincinnati accent, and she was always like, "Thank you, sweetie." Like she always just said it so fucking hard, and it's just like she'd be like, "Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, honey." Like, and I'm like, oh my god, Emily called me sweetie. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Like, I don't know, like something like I think I understand. Like it's something about like a girl with a real like thick accent, like just being I gotta, it's maybe it's just middle-aged women. Like I say that as a middle-aged woman. Like like there is just something about that. Like people calling me sweetie or honey or baby, like it just like like women calling you sweetie is just awesome, okay? Like it just is. And you can't say it's not. Because even you fellas out there would be like, oh yeah, that shit fucking rocks. And if it doesn't rock for you, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you should love that shit. You love that shit. Fucking middle-aged women call you sweetie, or little old ladies, or like maybe both. Like, That's also like I'm so okay, so that's the other thing too. I am a sucker for praise. So like if somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, look at you. I'm gonna give you a good boy point." I'm like, "Oh, I'm getting the good boy point. Hell yeah." Like I love that shit, okay? Like maybe that's just like that's just I'm like a fucking golden retriever, man. Like that just is how I am. I am a sucker for praise, and I also just like being good at shit. Like don't ever, ever, and I can like, oh my gosh, this is definitely where he fucked up. Because like, okay, like I've made a gesture in a way about someone that I'm like I guess I can still say I'm still crushing on them. That's perfectly fine. But like that like the compliment, giving me the compliment is saying that I'm efficient. Like telling me that I'm good at what I do. Oh, that is the compliment of all time. Like that, I love that shit. Now that's some shit that I love. Somebody being like, "Damn, you good as fuck is what you do," and I'm like, "Oh, did you hear that? Me, I'm good." Like, like that shit. Just like it, just like that. That fucking gets me. That's just like, oh, thank you. That is the compliment of all time. Telling me that I'm fucking efficient at my job or I'm good at what I do. Ah, please, the compliment. Thank you. Oh my God. Like, you know, see, that's better than you telling me that you like my art or like you like my sweater or something or that I did something that's like really good. Dude, that's better than telling me pretty. Like any day like that I'm pretty like any day of the week. Any fucking day of the week. I swear to fucking God, man. You could be like, "Damn, you good as fuck is what you do." Oh, that's the compliment. Thank you. Buy me lunch. Like, like I am that simple of a motherfucker, man. Like I like when I'm passionate about something, I love being recognized for that passion, okay? Like that's like enough for me. Like it shouldn't be. I should like well I won't say like the passion is enough. Like I definitely like understand my value and things like that. And I'm just like, "Hey man, I know how to do this thing or I'm good at this thing or like whatever." Like, "Hey, I'm glad that you see that. I'm glad that you see that and you're like, hey, I'm gonna tell you you're good at this thing. Because again, that's like spicy. Damn, delicious. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. But so it's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this so badly. And that's like it like okay. So what I mean by like the title says like it's okay to have options but not be optional, right? Like when I say like it's okay to have options, you can take this from like any standpoint actually. It doesn't even have to apply to just like dating. Like it's okay to well, I mean, like, okay. So it is okay to have options when you're dating as long as people know that they're an option, right? Like if you're going to be like dating around, like you should tell somebody, like if you guys are just talking or something like that, it's like, hey, so I'm also talking with this person, so I just want to make you aware of that. But like, see, if I find out you're trying to have your cake and eat it too, oh, no, thank you. Like, but if you make me aware, hey, so I know I'm kind of feeling you. I know we're feeling each other, but I also have this thing going on with someone else, or I'm just not available. Sometimes you're just not available, and that's fucking okay. I will mind my business, okay? But like, if you're not gonna have the fucking courtesy to tell me, yeah, you're like a piece of shit, okay? Don't do that. It's okay. Like and this actually okay. So this is an example of like something that like you would think would be like totally cringe, but like surprisingly was like wholesome, right? So like earlier this year, maybe I don't really remember, and I don't have my phone in front of me. Well, I have it in front of me, but I'm like also playing Tetris while I'm recording this, so I don't feel like looking it up. But I might actually no, I'm not gonna edit this video. If you care about this enough, then you'll just go look it up. Anyways, this year, either earlier this year or sometime last year, there was it actually shouldn't even have been a situation, right? It was just like, I don't know, people got really mad at this guy because he broke up with the girl because he was realistic about what he could and could not give in a relationship or what he was willing to provide in a relationship as far as like dating. So the guy broke up with the girl and was just like, yo, like I really cared about her, I really love her, but I don't feel like where I am in my career, like I'm able to give her enough, even though she says it'll be enough. It's just, it's not fair to her, right? Like a very measured, very mature attitude towards dating and stuff like that, right? Or towards like a relationship. Like because he like recognizes like, I'm really focused on my career, and as much as I really do like you and I want something with you, I also acknowledge that I really just want to focus on what I'm doing. And if we manage to pick this back up later, then, that'd be great. But like it was also like, I don't know. Part of me was just like, I wish you just like wouldn't have put it out there, but I also understand that this person is like a public figure. He was a league player, I believe. And don't quote me on that. And when I say league, I mean like League of Legends. But don't quote me on that because I honestly don't like League. I love Arcane. One of the shows of all time, but like, yeah, I fucking hate League, man. I played like 2 games of League of Legends with a group of friends like back in like 2011, 12. I don't fucking know. It was before I had a car though. And yeah, no, wow. I have never I have never hated gaming so much than when I played League. I have never had my blood pressure so fucking high that I thought I was just going to fucking die because I was that mad. How people play League for fun, like I actually, you know what? What I said jokingly at the time was just like, man, I can't play League of Legends. I love myself because like I dated someone for a little while, and one of the things that they like to do is just like, yeah, sometimes we get together and play League, and I was just like, God, how? What the actual fuck? And like, yeah, that person did not love themselves. I felt, not that I felt bad for them, but I'm like, I kind of felt bad for them because I'm like, dude, you're amazing. Like, you are literally the bee's knees. That's what makes me so goddamn horny for you. But like, yeah, no, I don't think they really thought that, and that's really really was sad because I'm just like, dog, you're amazing. It honestly surprises me how fucking insane you are. That is just crazy. Oh man, the things you find out when you like start sleeping face down in someone's boobies, man. Like just just it was a hell of a time, okay? But regardless, uh like before that league guy started, I might have to cut that part out. I might cut that part out. That was a little, maybe it was too much. That was too much. Anyways, like when the lead guy was just like, when because people were talking about like when the lead guy came out and was like, I'm breaking up with my girlfriend, like Twitter of course did what Twitter does and like went a little buck fucking nutty, and they were like, oh my god, why would he say and do that? And then some other like league streamer was like, he was dating her at the same time he was dating me. And then he came out and was just like, yeah, I was, but I told you that. So like before me and her were official, yeah, I was dating a bunch of people. You weren't the only one. Like, and like she tried to make him look like the asshole of all time, and he was just like, it wasn't even like that. What the fuck are you on about? And that was kind of nuts. But see, like I think it's crazy that someone knew that they were an option, and yet because they were bitter that they stayed an option. Like, she just like went and lied on that man on the internet. And I hate to do the Arthur meme. Like, you think someone would just do that? Just get on the internet and lie. But like, girl, you did not have to do that. Like, it's okay. Like, that's another thing too, is like people need to learn to contain their fucking jealousy. It's okay to not be able to get every person you want, right? Sometimes it just does not work out like that. That doesn't mean you go like crash someone's wedding or some shit like that, dude. That doesn't mean you like become a home wrecker or some shit, or you just lie on somebody for no reason. Like, come on, dude. Like, now we're stepping now we're stepping into like, I don't know. Like, we're stepping into categories where it's just like, come on, man, we gotta be better than that. Like, you can't be bitter and then just like, it's like, I might be generalizing that a little bit. Sorry. What I was thinking of was just like, it makes me think of like, not to like ever downplay someone's experience and stuff, right? Because sometimes you don't realize something has happened to you until like you've had time to process it and stuff like that, right? But it makes me think about like when girls know that they had been like cheating or something like that, and they'll go and hook up with somebody, and then later, or they'll be like, they think the sex was bad or something like that, so they'll be like, oh, it was rape. And I'm like, don't don't fucking do that, dude. Because I've seen that done enough times where like it's just like, yo, not like from a personal standpoint, because that definitely be like, Ray, what kind of fucking people do you know? Yeah, no, 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 no. I not like personally, but like in like media and stuff like that. Like, I just, that kind of shit, just like, don't do that. Don't, like, sometimes you're not always gonna have a good time in the bedroom, man. I like, sometimes you're just fucking not, and that's okay. That's one of those things where it's just like, not listen, not everybody's gonna be hitting you with the Gluck Gluck 9000 in the right way. They're just not. Sometimes you're not gonna feel it. Like, it just, but yeah, no, it's just fucking lying because you feel bad, or because you're like, that wasn't that great. Like, that's such an asshole move, man. Like, don't fucking do that at all. Like, it's okay to be an option, but where it comes to not be optional is like when it comes to like your own self-respect, and like just like boundaries and things like that, that are supposed to happen when you are in a relationship, or you are, no matter what phase of whatever it is that you're in with anyone. Like, I talked about a couple weeks ago how like I let a guy buy me lunch, and that freak fucking kissed me on the, like, first tried to like lay on me and like go to sleep in the restaurant, like real freak behavior, but then also like kissed me on the cheek randomly, and I'm like, ew, what the fuck? Don't fucking touch me, you freak. Like, and not freak in a good way. I like freak in a good way. That type of shit, just fucking violating boundaries and shit. That, like, and it is crazy because that nigga did not even remember my name. And I'm like, that's fucking wrecked, dude. Like, because like, this is the thing. If you got the balls enough to fucking touch somebody inappropriately, and like, dog, you can't even fucking remember my name. Like, I gave you my name. I definitely did. But if you still talking about AU, and like you've been like completely untoward, hey, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to, like, you mean absolutely nothing to me already in the grand scheme. But like, to have the fucking disrespect to touch me and then not even remember my fucking name. Hey, get the fuck out of here before I stab you, okay? Like, Like, God, it's just so fucking weird. Like, and not even weird. Somebody else put it correctly. It is predatory. So fucking predatory. So fucking concerned about what you want that you can't even act fucking mature for one fucking second. Just a fucking scumbag. Like, God, I honestly I feel bad for the people that raised you. Cause like I and I mean I also definitely understand why you probably have not had any long-term relationships because you seem like kind of a stinky freak. Like you seem like you're trying to be something and like I just yeah no I just yeah with just a fucking loser all in all. And yeah, no, that guy didn't even remember my fucking name, but was perfectly fine with disrespecting my personal space and treating my boundaries, which I established before I even agreed to let him buy me lunch, established these boundaries and established an understanding before I even agreed to let him buy me lunch. And that motherfucker did not give a fuck in the slightest. He treated my feelings like they were optional. That is the big fucking no no. You don't let people do that. And actually, had I been smarter about the situation, I would have had my fucking pocket knife on me and I probably would have stabbed his ass. So that just like listen, one, don't go anywhere without a blade, even in a church. Sometimes you just gotta stay strapped. Like, not with a gun. That causes too much noise and a steam. But like a knife, who's gonna know where to do? Sometimes it's just a little nick, it's just a little cut, it's just a little yoink. Like sometimes you just gotta use like I know this is the US and not England, but hey man, they got a point. Like anyways. Yeah, no, it's okay to have options, but it's not okay to be optional. It's not okay for your boundaries to be optional. Like, guys that act like that, yo, get the fuck out of there. Yeah, and girls that act like that, yo, get the fuck out of here. Jesus fucking Christ, get some fucking home training. Open your fucking ears. Consider the person that you're even attempting to court or make a move on before you just think about yourself, you stinky freak. Like, don't do that. Don't fucking touch people without asking though. Cause nigga, I don't like people touching me unless I know you. Like, it unless I care about you or like I'm familiar with you as a person, don't you fucking touch me, you stinky freak. Like don't you fucking ever. Like it you have to be a very particular person for me to even want to A be near enough to you to like just allow you to even like listen, it takes me a while to even offer people a hug, and even then like especially after COVID and like niggas just not washing their hands and stuff on a regular apparently. Yeah, no, I hesitate to like be affectionate with people, and normally I am a very affectionate person. I like giving hugs and shit, but like yo, you niggas are irresponsible as fuck with your personal hygiene and shit. I ain't about that shit, okay? It's just y'all, some of y'all are just fucking gross, all right? And I ain't rocking with all that. So start carrying more hand sanitizer or just like washing your fucking hands, you nasty asses. I listen, I promise y'all, I was like, ah, that bitch ain't wash your hands and walked right the fuck out of this bathroom. I know I ain't hear that motherfucking hand dryer go off. You crazy. Ew. Like after we have literally been dealing with a global illness for the last 4 years. Like, it is insane the type of shit that people are still willing to do despite us still dealing with a global illness. Like, and I mean, there's several illnesses that occur yearly, like the flu. And now we have shit like monkeypox. And niggas will still not wash their hands. What the fuck? Like, that's just not optional. Personal hygiene, like, dog, you, that, listen, Hygiene is not optional, people. Like it's crazy. Why how is this a first world country? Like that's really crazy. Cause like considering how poor some people are in some parts of the country, like Mississippi or Louisiana, where like them niggas pretty much live in like the fucking like Middle Ages. Like I don't know how this is a first world country. Somebody will definitely have to explain that shit to me in the comments because it don't make no motherfucking sense to me. I don't understand how this is like a first world country. This craziness. Because it's like education is optional. Uh, Accountability and laws are optional. Like following the law is optional. Like it is. I just don't understand. I truly do not. I don't understand how this is a first world country when like providing for your citizens and constituents is like an option. Like sometimes you just take the money and run. Like fucking who was that football player that like stole a bunch of money from like literal welfare? Like I what happened with that? Did he go to jail? Like that's definitely like some sort of fraud or something like that. There was like a football player who stole a bunch of money from welfare recipients. Actual literal evil shit. And like I don't know. I wonder what happened with that. Because I'm like, you not only are you going to hell for that shit, but you need to be going to jail for that shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's just me though. If you steal from fucking welfare recipients who are so fucking poor, like, most of these niggas can't even read, like, I don't know, man. Like I think you need to be like tarred and feathered or drawn and quartered or like we like for medieval crimes we need to bring back medieval punishments, okay? Like I know like there's the Dave Chappelle meme where it's like modern problems require modern solutions, but when you just outright do just like plain medieval level evil, you need to be like medieval level punished, bro. That's crazy, dog. Like literal Disney villain rubbing your hands together. Like that's insano mode to me. But shit, that's the fucking country I was born and raised in. It's crazy. It really is. It's crazy how we can have a presidential nominee get up on national TV and be like, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Like, how the fuck you let that old ass man up on TV and he just start talking? No. Like, I don't know. I feel like anywhere else in the world, like you like I don't know. In British Parliament, they literally had a dude who like he had like a mask who was like Bean Toast Man or some shit like that. I definitely saw that somewhere. So it's kind of hard to say that this wouldn't happen anywhere else in the world, but like it's not. It's crazy because it's like, man, it shouldn't isn't even that surprising. That's why I didn't give a fuck about even watching the debate at all. Because it was like this is just about to be some bullshit. They're not gonna talk about real issues. They're not gonna stand on any type of business. Like Kamala definitely said that she would push harder on like stopping the genocide in Gaza, and now she's just like, mm. And when it comes to like this whole like grocery store price gouging, because boy howdy, I sure would love to see Kroger lose some money. But yeah, now she's like, Like I said what I said, but like I really feel like there's a big B, capital B, but like I know I said that, but like I just feel like that's probably coming, and it's just like okay, but the only other option is just like Trump, and I'm like, yeah, that dude literally just wants to like it's hard to even say like what it is that he actually wants to do, but it sounds like he just wants to go back to being a medieval king and like literally committing medieval crimes and like torturing minorities and shit like that for shits and giggles. And I'm like, how it's crazy like how did we get here, bro? What is in the water? Like you niggas need to start checking for more lead pipes because this something it's something. These people are like I don't know. I just find it weird that so many people are just like all collectively going insano mode crazy. Like I don't know. Like it's just it's weird. Is it like was it the virus? What the hell is going on? How are so many people just losing their minds simultaneously? Like it's such an interesting phenomenon to me because it's like I mean humans have always kind of sucked, but this is like y'all are literally like this is next level sucking, man. I didn't think that people could suck this bad, but holy shit, you niggas are turning into fucking Hoovers. What the fuck? Like that's crazy that that old ass man got up on TV and was just like they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats of the people who live there. And it's like, nigga, they live there. What are you talking about? Like and then like you have like, man, the auto manufacturing guy was just like, yeah, I wish I had some more fucking Haitians to come fucking work for me, dude. These people don't have drug problems. They actually do their work. Like, I was like, damn, that man was just like, yeah, no, migrants W. And I stand that so fucking hard, man. Like, it's crazy that they keep trying to demonize immigrants. And it's like, bro, where would we fucking be without those immigrants? What do you mean? We need these fucking people. Like, it's crazy that literally this is a nation of immigrants living on stolen land. All of our fucking families are fucking immigrants. It's just that some of us didn't choose to be immigrants. Actually, if we really want to be funny about it, most of us have ancestors that lived on this fucking land, were born here, if they aren't not still like full-blooded Native American. Like I know for sure that a lot of Native runs in my family. And you know what? Do we know that history? No, we don't know any of that shit. We didn't have the luxury. Like it's like fucking crazy. Like a lot of people just do not think about that kind of shit. And it's just like it really just like astounds me like how much of it really just astounds me how much of the world really has just like suffered at the hands of the aristocracy all over the place. Like and it's just like and we're still like pointing the fingers at people who are running from problems in their country that are probably directly caused by the United States. It's actually insane, dude, how many people have come to the United States because the United States started some shit in their country. And then people like more and more people keep coming from countries that the US fucking destroyed and just to be like what like torture playthings for the ruling class for wealthy white people and not even just like wealthy white people because they're coming from all over wealthy Indian people wealthy like Canadians. It's crazy to me that Canada has such a nice guy like image in the media where they're losing more and more of that nice guy image by the day because they're going just as hard on people and have been like the way that America does black people, Canadians do worse to their native populations. Like it honestly, well, I can't even say nothing. It's probably about the same. It's probably like it's funny. Like people used to joke like, "Oh, Canada's a sweet little meth lab, like the sweet little apartment above the meth labs." And I'm like, "No, nigga, there's literally just two meth labs." Like I have seen some of the most horrendous and racist shit out of Canadians that I'm just like, "Damn, I could have heard that shit from the fucking Bible Belt." I honestly could have heard it if I just went to like the east side of Cincinnati. But like that's neither here nor there. Like either way, it's like Jesus Christ. I I honestly I have heard some shit. That's one of the reasons I actually stopped using Facebook. Is I used to be in some groups and boy howdy, I would have some fucking I had a bitch from Nova Scotia say some wild shit to me and I'm like, excuse me? Holy fuck. So like I'm glad that the Canadians are starting to show their ass too because I'm like, yo, I don't understand how they've been like classified as like the sweet apartment above the meth lab. Like nigga, there's just two meth labs. Like to be completely honest, It's like, or like I get like maybe we're not a meth lab, but they doing something. They're pressing fent in the Adderall tabs or something. I don't know. They're doing something, but they are not innocent. Please, please. This is just we have to put that out of our minds. Cause boy howdy, some of the shit that I've heard out of fucking Canadians. My God, yeah, no, y'all are just as bad. And it's crazy because I'm just like I really like. I guess before I started watching more Australian creators and like really like I don't know what's going on down there too. Like it's crazy. I used to think Australians were like I don't know, like they always seem like really intelligent and like to have like really put together arguments and shit like that and holy shit. Like like it's crazy because like there are a select handful like a couple of creators like, oh man, I love Friendly Jordies. Friendly Jordies is so that man is fucking hilarious. Like I wish I could go to one of his shows, cause like that's one funny motherfucker. He's one funny motherfucker. But there's also another creator. Oh man, fucking Kappa Kaiju. That dude is funny. Like it's like I guess it's just like that dry sarcastic humor like is just so good. And like also like okay, so Radical Soda is not Australian, but he's from New Zealand and they have like the same kind of very dry, witty, sarcastic humor. Like I love that shit so much. The niggas are so funny. Like also jeez, ah man. Sorry, I started getting excited thinking about creators that I really like Jared from the Gamers Joint, who does like a lot of Kingdom Hearts content. I love his ass so much. Like uh like I have to say, like Kingdom Hearts. Okay, so Kingdom Hearts YouTube is also one of the most wholesome communities. Like, oh my God, they are just some kids having fun in the sandbox, and I enjoy being on that part of YouTube. I love when people make 2 hour long videos ranking all the worlds in a particular Kingdom Hearts game because it's just was this necessary? No, but am I gonna watch it and then also put it on repeat and then also have it in my save to watch later? So I can watch that shit later again because YouTube sometimes just recommends some shit for your watch later from like 7 years ago. Like YouTube, can you get the fuck out of here with that? Okay, stop. But that's neither here nor there. Uh, gosh, the yeah, no, people from that part of the world are like they're either crackheads or they're just so like fucking hilarious. Like fucking like man, like before Joji was Joji, he was just filthy Frank. Like, oh my God. Like I was so sad that I discovered Filthy Frank right literally right as he quit. Right as he quit to become Joji. Like I discovered Filthy Frank and I was like, holy fuck, this man is hilarious. Like I was so sad when I felt like he literally like he put out like the video about his book like right that was like right when I discovered Filthy Frank, and then like not long after, this is like 2016, 2017, and then he like retired. I was so heartbroken. I was so heartbroken because that nigga was funny. Like, oh my God. Like that that dude is fucking hilarious, and I hope he's still hilarious behind the scenes, because that would make me so happy. Like if I hope Joji is still like filthy Frank funny. I hope that man is still like offensive and gross. Maybe not like maybe not like the whole like vomit thing. Like I didn't even try to watch those videos because that I don't have the stomach for that kind of thing. Like I've explained this definitely before. Like one of the reasons I was very happy to work in pharmacy is because like I don't have to like touch people or like deal with like bodily fluids and stuff like that. Like I consider going into nursing. Like all of like 3 seconds because I'm like, yeah, no, never mind. I can't handle other people's like nothing. I don't want to deal with other people's like unless we're dating, I don't want to deal with your bodily fluids. If I have to deal with your bodily fluids, I might try to kill you. That's not even a joke, that's not even a lie. Like if like I promise you, I couldn't be like in nursing because if someone like some senile old man like scoops shit out of his diaper and flings it at me, that's it. Your grandpa is fucking dead. Like that's just it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I'll be shrugging in the mugshot on the news. Like I fucking cannot. I'm built like that. So yeah, no, I like I said, I considered it for a hot second because I was just like, nurses make good money, but like, yeah, not enough, not enough. Okay, not for me. I ain't built like that. But other people are built with more compassion inside them. I have compassion, I am empathetic, but I am also a wild ass animal and I am very particular about like my bodily space and like just like I can't. Like I cannot. I'm not even gonna fuck around with y'all. I care, but I care about myself more, unfortunately. Like yeah, no, I can't with other people's bodily fluids. Like, no, the second you toss the man, the second you spit at me, the second you hawk a loogie at me, the second you throw some shit at me, that's it, that's it, that's it. We fighting. Like I'm letting the demon out, and I just want you to know that this absolutely was completely preventable. I. mm, Mm-mm, mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ham. I cannot go. I and I love that song. I fucking love that E40 song. Tell me when to go. Hey, listen. Nah, it will just be do not collect $200. Just go straight to jail because I will be pummeling somebody for throwing some shit at me, spitting on me. Nah. Oh, I can't. Like I'm already like consciously nice to people. And that's not saying that people should be nice to me because I'm nice to them. No, you're within your rights to be a bastard. Like again, like some people find like manners and shit to be optional, but that's just one of the things that I prefer. I prefer to be polite and like cordial and like just nice to people because like I don't know, it's like being nice to people is free. Like it's free. It's free. And then also sometimes old ladies will call you like baby or sweetie or honey. And it's like, that's just delightful, dude. So like yeah, no, I just that's enough for me. I'm a simple motherfucker. I'm a simple motherfucker that just has a lot of thoughts, which is why I'm like, doing a podcast. But oh man, yeah, no, some people just I don't know. Everyone's different. Everyone is different. And it's crazy because like I tend to enjoy like offensive like clearly I enjoy like offensive funny humor where people swear and do unusual things with mannequins or stuff like that. Like, just being silly for the hell of being silly, right? And yeah, no, like I don't know. I enjoy having a good time and I enjoy having a laugh. I try to be really lighthearted about things because it's like it's so easy to find something funny, man. Like it's like and that's me also saying that from a point of the privilege of like, I live in the US and right now like despite being in a considerable situation is like honestly relatively stress free. Like I like it's crazy for me because I'm just like I have the luxury of being in an area where I feel relatively safe. I feel like okay. And not everybody has that luxury of feeling safe where they are and uh even feeling like safe or loved in their own home. Some people don't. Some people don't have that luxury even being like an American. Like I consider myself to be incredibly fortunate that like even in my circumstances, I am pretty content and I have the luxury of being content. Like, and not to say that I'm like content with where I am, because I definitely do. Like, no, I definitely cannot wait to sleep in my own bed again. That certainly is a thing. I definitely cannot wait to be able to yeah, close a door. Close my own door and not have to look at other people for a little while without having to like be asleep. So, yeah, no, that's one of the reasons why I'm like honestly this one of the reasons why I'm going so hard at YouTube, because like even though like making it on YouTube is like a one in a million thing, I mean, shit, there's no reason to not follow your dreams, and plus I'm not doing anything else right now. I definitely have been like looking for a job, but you know, kind of not that it's a lost cause. It just hasn't been working out, and that's okay. Because again, I'm still pretty okay where I am. I'm not extremely stressed. If like honestly, if I'm stressed at all, like so, like yeah, no, I consider myself to be incredibly fortunate because like yeah, no, I'm pretty chill. Like I've had considerable blessings and considerable things go in my favor, like the court case that I talked about earlier this week, which was like actually not even earlier this week. It was last week. That's so crazy. God, days are going by so fucking quickly. It's so scary. But like, yeah, no, like the fucking like that court case being dismissed on Friday because uh and I can it's crazy that it's like, man, even having been separated from that man for like going on 2 years now. Like, oh, actually, no, it'll be 3 years coming up in January, and that's only like a couple of months. We'll have been like broken up, separated for 3 years. I'm like, wow, delicious. Because like, despite like me being like mad chill where I am, yo, I know that man's mannerisms, and that man is upsetting his spaghetti, and it shows by his mannerisms, and I'm just like, damn, ugh. I see. I can't even be like, if only I gave a fuck. But it's like I have to give a fuck because my son is with him. So I'm just like, yeah, if you're gonna be a fucking lunatic, I have to worry about the fact that you also have my son in your custody while you're going fucking Looney Tunes. So that's the main thing that really like bothers me, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm like I really can't wait to be out of like the situation where I'm like living out of my car, because I'm like need I want and need my children under my own roof, because like I just don't like the people around me that my children are unfortunately with, even though it's like they're both just with their other parents, it's like, wow, I don't have any confidence whatsoever in either of you, and it just concerns me that I have to leave my offspring with you people. Like, uh, yeah, I hate it. I hate not being around my children. And that's also another reason why I'm just like I'm really working hard at trying to get monetized and shit on YouTube, so I can, make my own money and hopefully be able, like, honestly, I really would like to build a community and be able to have people to talk with and argue with, and like be able to really like go like because I love this shit. I love the YouTube drama. I love when people make an ass of themselves and I get to laugh about it on the internet. And I love being able to talk to people about real shit and how shit makes me feel, and how like it makes others feel. Like I love having conversations in the comments with people. I love when people comment on my videos and they're like, "Oh my God, me too." Even if they're not like me too. Like I mean most comments like have been very positive. And like even if they weren't positive, like there was a point to them, right? And for that, I am thoroughly grateful because, the way things have been going on platforms, and I mean, mostly Twitter being like an actual hell site now, like that's normally where people just go completely apeshit. Like either Twitter or TikTok is where people go to be complete shitheads, I've noticed. And yeah, I'm so glad I just like have mostly like I've avoided that. And feels nice. Honestly, feels nice. But like, yeah, no, I'm thoroughly grateful for, you know, the growth that I've seen even in just like these last couple months and the response I've gotten from people. Like it honestly, it astonishes me like when I look at like, cause like video that I posted yesterday that just says like I wish Bo Blacks and others would stop speed running the end of their careers. Like me just looking at that and it having like 100 views on it was like holy shit, I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting people to give a shit about something like that. But they did, and that's super fucking cool. Like honestly, thank you. I can't say thank you enough for like the responses from people that I've gotten because like it's been really cool. So I hope to continue to see more of you in the comments and enjoying the videos and you know, I just thank you. Very cool. Honestly, super cool. I hope to get to know more of you and hopefully this can be like a real community that stands by each other, takes care of each other and like like on real shit, like I really want to see like an actual community. I want people, like I think it's cool for people to care about each other, right? Like it, like I don't know, man, I think it's cool for you to tell your homies you love them. Like I think it's cool for people to just care about each other and like do our best to take care of each other and like do our part by like washing our hands when we leave a public bathroom, shit like that, or just like masking in public. I don't know, man. Like, and I listen, do what you want as far as like masking and shit like that. I'm a hypocrite. I only mask sometimes. A lot of times is when I'm in the grocery store, but like I definitely need to work on doing that more often. And like when like because I definitely have slacked on it and gotten way too comfortable. I will absolutely admit that because again, we've been dealing with a like global illnesses. Literally, I'm saying it myself, and I too, I'm a fucking hypocrite. I will admit that I need to do fucking better about that shit, man. Especially because, like, not gonna lie, not to be funny or anything like that at all, but I'm just like, I've really been trying to take care of myself and like care about my health and shit like that. Because, like, honestly, I want to live a much longer like I want to live a long life and I want to be here for my kids. And like I also like to be completely honest, I want more kids. And like I know for a fact that already, because like last year I had to have surgery to have a 5 centimeter long tumor removed from my uterus, and that definitely like it was like a fibroid, is what they're called because it's completely benign, but it is a fucking tumor. But I'm pretty sure they don't say tumor just to like not freak people out. But like, yeah, no, I had like to have one removed that was 5 centimeters long, and like it like honestly like ate a huge chunk of the side of my uterus. So like that's a big concern for me because I'm just like, I do want more kids. I do anticipating like having more kids. I just like this is gonna sound mean. I just didn't want more kids with my ex. I just didn't feel like he was the person that like he just started to show me more and more signs that he was not the person I thought he was, and he was not the person that I wanted to be with. And once you broke up and shit like that, like it was just like, yeah, no, like I definitely like at the time I was like I wasn't sure, but I was just like, yeah, no, I definitely want more kids. I just don't want more kids with you. Like there's a big difference, especially after the shit that I went through Like it was not an easy time with my son. Like when he was born, because I was pre-eclamptic and I had to have my labor induced. So that fucking sucked. And like even before that, like when Michaela was stillborn, like that shit fucking sucked. And yeah, no, he just showed me that he was not the person that he was not going to be the father and the man that I thought he was. And I at that point, like I was just like when I really realized that he was not the man that I thought he was, I was just like, yeah, no, this is not gonna work. Because there's a certain level of just like I don't know, there's a certain level of just like basic humanity that I expect my partner to have for me. So like, but like at a certain point, it was just like not even that we like fell out of love with each other, but it was just like we just became two different people. And that's okay. Growing apart is okay. It's like, I mean, of course, we didn't end really all that amicably. Like, I literally was just like, I'm moving out and I'm taking the kids with me. And that wound up falling through. And we wound up, like, from the beginning, having to be cordial with each other because at the time, we both still needed support, even though he had a much bigger support network and still does much bigger support network than I have. And but everything is always woe is him. And like I just like eventually, like I just started to I never really saw through the facade is the funny thing. I always just like I'm an empathetic person and I care. So like if you tell me you're going through shit, then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna care. But to a certain extent, it started to become like a story every single time. And it's like it's always something until my son got old enough to tell me like, oh no, we're actually having a good time. No, we're chilling. And I'm like, oh, so you're just a fucking liar. Ah, okay. And yeah, that's when I stopped giving a fuck. And I was just like, oh, so you're just fucking lying to me to fucking lie to me, and essentially just fucking weasel your way out of shit. Ah, okay. Because like, I get like I don't. Unfortunately, I'm not a person who like I call it naive, call it me being trusting, but I'm not a person who's going to try to investigate whether you're like lying to me and shit like that, right? Like I'm not going to investigate someone because I assume that they're lying about something. Like I'm not going to like try to dig deeper about certain things. Like if you tell me something, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure." Like that's just the end of it. I'm gonna believe you because like this is what you're telling me. Like I have no reason to think otherwise or think you have an ulterior motive. But like yeah, to a certain point, like I just could not. I like because like I said, every time I had an issue or something like that, there's always some excuse. There's always, oh my boy did that for me or some shit. Like there was always something, right? But I'm like, bro, how many times am I gonna listen to you cry wolf, and then I call and talk to my son, and he's like, "Nah, we're having a good time. Nah, we're chilling. Nah, we're like, yeah, nah, I'm having a good time." And I'm like, "You're just a fucking liar. That's just it. You're just lying because you want sympathy from me. Like, it's just scummy. Like that, like honestly, that's what feels so bad about it. It's just like, wow, you're just a scumbag. Like." You can't get because I mean like he's definitely been on the try to you know how exes are when they're like they think the grass is greener and it's like I mean there certainly is green grass elsewhere, but is this really the kind of grass that you want in your yard? Like you can get green grass, but it's just like is this are you sure this is what you want when it turns out it's not what they want? And then it's like, ah, I miss you. And it's just like, ah, you don't miss me. You don't miss me. Not the way that you acted. No, there's no way in hell that you miss me. You maybe miss what I did for you. You maybe miss the companionship. But do you miss me? No. No, you decided that you would not miss me, actually. In fact, you said it to me that you would not miss me and you would not be concerned with me. So, yeah, no, if you didn't miss me then, don't miss me now, you know? So yeah, he definitely tried to hit me with the I miss you, and at the time I was seeing someone and I was just like, "Oh, I got a boyfriend. I have one." Like, no. Cause like you don't miss me. You miss the fact that you used to come home to like a home cooked meal and shit like that. You miss having someone to warm your bed for you. Like you miss companionship. You don't miss me. Like everything that I said and did was just so much. It was just too much. It was, whatever it was for you. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm pretty much that same person. I just have a healthier idea of myself. I'm like more confident. I'm more assured. Do I still make mistakes? Hell yeah, I do. But am I more wise? Do I like trying new things? Have I like opened up more and tried to like expand myself more? Yeah, no. No, I healed from the that kind of shit. So like I don't roam around in toxic circles and behaviors. Like I actually spend time alone by myself. And I find it interesting that it's like he used to be like, yeah, no, I'd be chilling, I'd be reflecting and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't think you're doing as much reflecting as you think you are. I think you're in your head, sh- like telling yourself things and convincing yourself of things. Cause yeah, no, some of this behavior does not come off as like healed or reflective or remorseful. Like it just seems like a never-ending string of petty bullshit. And yeah, I'm pretty much done with that shit. Like like I chose myself. I chose not to let my feelings and let my future, let the things that I want be optional just because it's like, oh, I can keep a man. Like, nah, thank God I'm not like my mom and her generation where they are so pressed to say they have a man that they will marry the most toxic, ignorant, gross niggas ever. Like, they will just settle for the bottom of the barrel. Like, oh my gosh, the people I've seen my parents date and parental figures like date and put like they're like oh my God. Like some of these people are just like I'm like, wow, y'all really will just put up with anything because anybody that I'm sure was like somebody healthy and like responsible and like probably held them accountable for the shit that they did and said, like those relationships did not last long. And that is for both of my parents. Like anytime like I met someone and it seemed like they were probably stable and like chill and like probably handled business, like actually handled business, yeah, no, those relationships did not last long. Like for my mom or my dad. And but oh my gosh, like some of these people, some of these absolute fuck nuts, like yeah, no, they will just keep going around and round with some of the craziest and most insane people ever. And like it's sad because it's like my siblings are the same way where they just keep going round and round in all these toxic circles with people that is not good for you, does not treat you right, is a piece of fucking garbage, but y'all keep going round and round with each other in just these cycles. And I'm so blessed to say I don't have to deal with that shit. I don't have to deal with that kind of shit because I have like not only am I confident in myself, but I have standards. Like there's certain shit I just don't put up with. There's certain people that I don't want in my life because they're not good for me. Like there's certain people in my life that I don't answer the phone for anymore because it's like it's not worth it. You never have anything good to say. And like it's just like, yo, there's I'm just I've changed. I've changed. I definitely have. I changed. I've healed. I'm I feel like I've broken what people would call generational curses. Because I'm just not doing the same shit my family's doing. And I'm so fucking glad that I could be that person. Because I'm hoping that if I can break it over myself, that my kids too will also not have to deal with that shit. Or they'll learn to grow and be better because they can be better. Because I've proven that it's possible. And that's all I want. I don't want my kids to have to deal with that shit, but I know that they will. Because for there was like for a while, like me and Lee John used to do that shit. Used to go back and round in toxic circles and like would break up and make up and all this shit until finally it was just like, no, we're not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. Like and yeah. No, I'm glad that I did. Cause oh my God, I I would rather I did just fucking slit my wrists a couple years ago. Like in all honesty, like instead of going back and forth with people who are not good for me, I like would much rather have just cut my wrists when I felt like I wanted to. And like man, he was horrible to me when I was in like the worst parts of my depression. When I did want to fucking kill myself, like I'm forever grateful that I grew apart from people who weren't good for me, that I got rid of those codependencies, that I got rid of that need to want to fix certain people. Because it's just like, man, I wish you the best and I hope you get what you want out of life, but it won't be off of my back, bucko. No, sirree, no, ma'am, no ham. Nah, I decided I want it better and I want it to be better and I'm still working on getting to be at my best. Like everyone is a work in process. Work in process. Work in progress. But you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I'm someone who is like constantly on a self-improvement kick because I want to be my best. I want to be my best for myself. I want to be my best for my kids, and I can't do that if I'm putting up with bullshit and putting up with people who don't respect me and hanging around with motherfuckers who actually are not good for me, aren't good for my family, aren't good for themselves. But I'm actually just now checking the time, and I'm a little over an hour, and I don't want to keep rambling for too much longer because I pretty much hammered home a bunch of points here that I'll pretty much like pretty much if you have to take away a message from this episode of the Clouds and Rain, just let it be known. Please be kind to yourself. Please respect yourself. Treat your body like a temple. Like, if you can't work out, like, do a little bit of walking, do a little bit of like cut down on soda, drink more water. Like, as much as I want to be one of those people to be like, call your mom, call your dad, check in on them. No, I don't do that shit if your family is fucking horrible and toxic like mine. Don't check on those fucking people. Be yourself. Be happy being yourself. Like sometimes it does suck to be alone, but know that you might be a little lonely, but you'd rather be lonely than putting up with people who fucking drain the life out of you and steal everything good from you. Like that's just the end all be all. So if you take away anything from like it's okay to have options, but don't make yourself optional. Okay? Love yourself. Love the people around you who also love you. Like just do your best to take care of each other, okay? And I guess however you feel about this whole thing, please put that down in the comments below. Definitely start a conversation. I'm I guess I should get back to working on getting the Discord up and running. I was gonna make a Discord, call it the Sad Mom Blunt Club, but I'm not exactly a sad mom anymore. But I can't just call it the Blunt Club, so that's in the works. Also, any of my socials will be linked in my description. I have a link tree that has all my socials, including my Ko-fi, where commissions are open, where you can get art that you see in this video commissioned for yourself. And right now I am working on new art because this video is definitely gonna have just it's gonna have some old backgrounds. Actually, no, I exported two new pieces or two different pieces. I exported some time lapses for this video, but I'm working on a much bigger piece. It's actually a red wall piece, and I should be finishing that tomorrow. It might not be completely finished. It might take some more time, but it's a big piece I'm working on. It's a red wall piece, and I'm very excited about it because it's one of my favorite characters. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Again, check out the link tree in the description below, and you guys take care.